Hello friends, Self-Critical Automaton here for yet more Dark Souls. So, yeah, as I will have mentioned a couple of episodes ago, we have reached a point where we can go in 4 directions. There are 4 bosses and we can take them on in any particular order. I personally like to go for the Bed of Chaos in Lost Isolith first, so let's head off down to Fiery Gross downtown. So I've got to try and remember all the stuff that I said I was going to talk about the next time we come down here. But, and frustratingly, I remember having a really long Skype conversation with someone about a whole bunch of theories I'd never thought of before, but that I had some kind of revelation, and thought up a whole bunch of stuff about how I can't remember what it was. It's so frustrating. But yeah, this is where we're going. Horrible burny underground fireplace. Vaguely hellish imagery. You wary of gorgeous view? Well, that depends really. So yeah. Oh, damn it, I missed the doorway. Yeah, so the 4 bosses we can head to now are Seath the Scaleless, who is up in the Duke's Archive, which is near the first part of Anor Londo. Then there's Nito, First of the Dead, who lives underground. We've already been through the Catacombs, which is the first part of the dungeon leading to him. But yeah, let's go to the Demon Ruins. So the other 2 are Bed of Chaos down at the bottom of Lost Isolith, and also, finally, the 4 Kings, who are in my opinion the hardest, and quite possibly the hardest boss in the game. You alright? just stretching, you know, just limbering up before we get to work. You know, always good to stretch the old gluteus muscles so you don't get whatever it's called when you... What is it called? It's cramps, yes. That's the word I was looking for, cramps. God, can you tell I'm terrible at this? I should probably human myself. How do we do that? Do we have... Nope, that's rings. We've got plenty of humanity, so I'll pop one of these. It's taking a frame rate hit for some reason, I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, yeah, so you see those tentacles wiggling over there? That, my friends, is the Ceaseless Discharge, and it's sort of the gateway boss into the Demon Ruins. So, oh yeah, the 4 Kings are, of course, the boss of, remember the gloomy underground place, New Londo? Yeah. Now, I think if you kill these guys with fire, you don't spawn... No, they do in fact still spawn a small army of horrible, horrible little things that are a pain to fight. Grubs, I suppose you'd call those. Grubs. Rub-a-dub-dub. Now, in case whichever friend I was talking to about Isolith and all this stuff is listening and remembers that conversation... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I hate these things because they're such a fucking pain. Interestingly, you can actually get infected with the same disgusting parasitic infection that these egg-burdened have. Well, that's interesting. You can actually hear what he's saying. I never noticed that before. Sort of vague gibbering noises. These guys are non-hostile. It's the but if you bugger. That's not what I meant to do. Oh god! Oh god! Oh no! That is the infection attack. So I've actually never suffered the infection attack before. I don't know if it just directly infects you or if you... Jesus Christ. Yeah, so these things are a huge pain to fight because of the disgusting grubs. And their tendency to kill the shit out of me. Fireball. Nothing. Oh god. Right. So. Yes, I'm going to talk today about something that I mentioned a while ago, but didn't really speak very much about, which is the what the corrupting influence of chaos and the chaos flame and all of that stuff really is. But that's not what the conversation I don't remember was about. So if whichever friend it was, and I'm really sorry that I don't remember which friend, remembers a conversation where I was talking about a whole bunch of new thoughts I had about Izalith and Londo and the relationship between the two, please let me know. I've been back through my Skype records and I cannot find it for the life of me. Probably happened in a dream or something. You know, God forbid I ever actually have any original thoughts of my own in real life. Wow, that was a bit grimmer than I thought it would be. So yeah, there's not really any reason to fight these guys at all. It's actually easier to kill them by kicking them off the edge, but I forgot that this sword doesn't do a kick. This is the falchion. Yeah. So can't go that way. That's lava. And demons standing in the lava. Demons are fire immune, I guess, or at least lava immune. But yeah, so we're going to ignore these guys and run over this way. Yeah, so this is the first of, or at least it's the first that I'm attempting, of the 4 sort of orange magic gates that unlocked when we, was it when we placed the Lord Vest? No, that can't be right. It was, maybe when we talked to... See, I really should have watched the, watched back the, all the episodes, but, I mean, I don't have, like, 50 hours to do that, so... God, I can't believe you guys have put up with me for 50 hours. I should stop being so negative. Anyway, boss time. So, we have to fight this guy to proceed, which is a shame, because, he's not actually all that aggro. And also, he's a giant tentacle monster, so, you know. Do you really want to avoid those? Yeah. See that over there? That weird dome thing? That's ultimately where we're heading. That's this big stone dome over the top of Izalith. And we're heading through the demon ruins to Izalith, so yeah. Now, this fellow, where is he? Oh, there he is. This fellow is known as the Ceaseless Discharge. Rather medical sounding, kind of gross name. And yeah, so you might notice that despite being a giant horrible monster, he hasn't actually attacked me, doesn't seem to mind all that much. And you can sort of make out a sort of a lamenting face there. Why do I keep touching my... Oh, maybe that's... Do I have the egg vermifuge on me? I hope I do. Yeah, so I've got an itchy head, that's because... yeah, so I've got one of those parasitic eggs in my body. You can put up with it for ages, and eventually you get a giant, big, horrible, gross maggot growing out the top of your head. Should we take a look, see if there's any visible signs yet? Nope, not yet. I should probably get rid of it, but I'm tempted to not, just, you know, see what happens. Anyway, so here we have the only son of the Witch of Izalith, a horrible, freaky mutant monster guy. He's, wow. Just a mess. Anyway, so he doesn't attack us until we go over here, and, what's this? This is a corpse on an altar. How strange. Now, this seems kind of... I don't know, monstrous or unfair or whatever. We only investigated a corpse and he attacks you. We can find out later that's actually his sister. And, well, that's very little damage. In fact, I think I won't bother to fight him properly. There's You can fight him properly, but it's quite difficult unless you're using heavy weapon or magic. I suppose I could... Ow, Jesus! Okay, that was very badly timed. Oh, that's so gross. Oh, I want to pop it. So yeah, he's got massive slammy attacks with all those tentacles, and essentially if you run all the way back over here to the mist gate, he jumps after you, and it's one of the only bosses that actually has a sort of a non... Oh, I guess I didn't do it fast enough. Oh dear, oh dear. He's supposed to fall down there, basically. There we go. Jolly good. And then you just attack his hands until he falls off the edge, which is kind of a shitty way to kill a guy, but, you know. So yeah, that's the easy way of killing Ceaseless Discharge. I mean, it seems like he's big enough that that fall wouldn't kill him, but... Yeah. So, Ceaseless Discharged has ceased discharging. It's just such a gross name. Ceaseless Discharge. Oh. But yeah, so, oh, he's supposed to drop the orange charred ring. Maybe that's it down there. Oh no, hang on. No, he doesn't. Someone else does. There's nothing back over that way. So, the items we picked up are the best light armour in the game, if I remember correctly. The, gold-hemmed set. And... Oh, my whole head, Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna... It's gross and I don't like it. Where's the, here we are. Yeah, I was saving that for a reason. Yeah. So, that's a little trick on how to beat that boss really easily. I honestly prefer to fight him if I'm on a character who's actually spec'd in some way or another, because generally when you're playing Dark Souls you don't want to go down a generalist path. I've only done that because I want to show off as much of the game as possible, as I've mentioned more times than I probably should have. So... yeah. If you're spec'd you can do enough damage with weapons, although it's still pretty hard to kill him in that way. Or magic, if you've gone specialised in magic. I suppose I could have tried throwing fireballs at him. I can never remember. This place is very fiery, but a bunch of the things here aren't actually resistant to fire, so... yeah. Now, that is a small army of demons. Ones you may or may not recognise from... episode... I don't know which episode. One of the very early episodes where I fight the first real boss of the game. There's a couple of items over there, but we really need the orange charred ring to get them. The orange charred ring giving us the power to... oh, hello. It's you. It's you again, you miserable bastard. But of course it's not actually another Capra Demon, or rather it's not the Capra Demon again, it's a new Capra... ouch. A new Capra Demon. A different Capra Demon. Oh, fuck. I guess they are resistant to fire, maybe. I need to get a new weapon, really, I think. Yeah, suck it. Definitely not fire resistant. And, that's all for you. So, I was thinking about switching to the, where is it? Should probably put some of this stuff in the old, putty away place. Here we are, Black Knight Sword. 220 damage, very heavy though. It's 220 physical damage. This is 139 plus 139, which is more than 220, but it's clearly not doing very much with the fire damage. You can't see, but I'm sort of waggling my head in an indicative manner. So, my first run through this game, my first proper run, I've told this story before, haven't I? So, yeah, I'm just going to head on. Now... Oh, for fuck's sake. And we're back. So yeah, kind of embarrassing, but I fall for that trap every single time I come down here. Every single time I reach the Demon Ruins in a run-through of Dark Souls, boom, straight down that little notch. But yeah, this is essentially where we find out that the Capra Demon and the Taurus Demon are merely a Capra Demon and a Taurus Demon. There's a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of demons. Of both Capra and Taurus variety. It's interesting that they have that naming convention referring to the Zodiac. That's not used anywhere else, really. I mean, they could have called them Goat Demon and Bull Demon, you know, or you know, some other name. So yeah, Black Knight Sword, pretty powerful but very slow. Gonna need to. In fact, I think I need to reduce my weight a little bit. Possibly I could just. Why don't I just equip Havel's Ring? That's probably a smarter thing to do. There we go. How are we doing? See? Boom, from 60 to 93 equipment load. I can actually afford to wear armor and stuff. Let's see. Black tights. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So I actually really like the Gold Hem Black set with certain legs, because it has a skirt, which I think looks very strange when you're running around stabbing people. Not because skirts look funny for that sort of thing, but because of the way it's animated, it sort of looks a bit too tubey. So, yeah. Can you backstab these guys? Probably not. Yeah, so the other benefit of the Black Knight Sword is because it's so heavy, it's quite easy to stagger people. Including big horrible fuckers like these guys. Yeah, come on. Get some. Oh, fuck. Okay, fine, let's do it this way. Hop. In the head. And there we go, that's him dealt with. Right, one or two more rather. So yeah, I mustn't forget to... That's actually a lot of damage, wow. So yeah, I mustn't forget to talk about the architecture here, because it's an interesting counterpoint to Anor Londo. Actually, fuck it, that can wait until next episode, because we're running up against the time, so I mustn't forget to talk about the architecture next episode. An interesting point that I forgot to mention last episode as well is the Ash Lake does actually have some... that was close. It does actually have some story stuff. Siegmeyer's storyline ends there, provided you do a particularly difficult interaction with him down here in... Oh, for fuck's sake. Down here in the... Well, actually, no, it's in Lost Islet, not in the Demon Ruins. Come on, there we go. There's a bonfire just down here, so that's why I'm being a bit more reckless than is perhaps sensible. So, over there's another boss. Between me and the boss, there's some stuff to, you know, explore and grab. And, disgusting. What is it with this game and horrible, great big, grub things? Anyway. Yeah, so, next... Ooh, hello. These guys are interesting, because they kind of look unfinished. And, there's a whole bunch of statues identical to them that are, you know, just statues and not monsters, but, there's a bunch of them that are monsters and are statues, and they're made of stone, and some interesting implications about what demons are and where they come from, which I will again be talking about in the future. This thing's horrible and I hate it. They actually have a really frustrating acid attack that pretty much instantly destroys your weapon. So, I'm not even going to give it a chance, I'm just stand over here and, doop-de-doop. I would normally cut this, but the episode's nearly over anyway, so I can't be bothered. And, it doesn't take very much to kill it anyway. So yeah, here's the bonfire. I should probably kindle this a bit, because, yeah. But, no, I'm a little bit low on humanity. Kindle it once. I always forget. Reverse hollowing, there we go. So, hopefully not too boring an episode this week. No, this is daily. You know, I'm still getting back into the swing of things. Not quite back up to me old patter yet. But yeah. So, stuff and things. I've mostly just mostly this episode I've just said that I'm going to talk about stuff next episode. So yeah. Lovely to see you all again. Do I hate that? There it is. Bye-bye.